Alright, so I'm here with Sky Thomas, the designer behind the MDT CKYE-POD. And when you're running top gear, there's lots of places for dirt, dust, and debris to get into all the moving places. And when you have one of the most versatile bipods on the market, you want to make sure that it's clean and maintained and ready to go for your next match. Or if you're out hunting, you want to be able to make that shot on that trophy buck. So we're going to go through how to clean and maintain and make sure that you're in optimal performance.
Sometimes when you're out in the field, your SkyPod's going to get dirty, and so there are some things to check. First off, the leg latches can become sticky. Sometimes they get some dirt or some dust or mud or whatever. I don't know where you're out shooting, but something's going to get in there. So those can get dirty. I suggest cleaning them out and lubricating them to your personal liking. So we typically use some brake cleaner, and you can spray brake cleaner in here and then move them back and forth. A lot of times I like to blow them out with air afterwards to get it as clean as possible, and then you would spray some dry lube inside there. So I use a lot of Hornady one-shot, any sort of dry lube. You can use wet lube too, just depending on how much debris you think it's going to collect or not collect, where you're going to go shooting. That's the first thing that I would do, because that makes your legs work nice and easily.
So if you are blowing it out with all the air, do you want to remove your feet or anything, or is it just going to
No, you can leave the feet on. Sometimes I will pull the legs out, and you can clean off the legs if you have mud on them. Typically they don't really hold much mud, but
there's always that situation where
there's always that. So you can clean those. You can also lube the legs if you want them to slide easier or harder, depending on how you like them to pull out. The next thing that I would check is I would check your leg pivot bolts. The leg pivot bolts should be torqued to the specification in your manual. As such, you can use whatever kind of torque wrench, pretty snug. Then you're going to also want to clean out your wing adjust pins in here. So same thing, you can spray some brake cleaner, some sort of ether, any sort of aerosol cleaner down in there, and then blow them out with compressed air. The next thing you're going to want to check on your SkyPod, this is a Picatinny version, of course, this set screw, which is your pan adjust, you might take that out and add extra Loctite in it. It should have Loctite in it from the factory. Use your 1/8 inch Allen that comes with your bipod. Take it out, just unscrew it all the way out, put a little drop of blue Loctite in there, tighten it back up, set it at your preferred pan tension, and then let it dry. Takes half an hour, something, it'll be dry. And then that should be set. After that, when you're in the field, you'll be able to adjust it normally to whatever you like. Thirdly, your tilt tension sometimes will loosen up. If you're having issues with it loosening up once in a while you're shooting, I would pull it out, take it all the way out. Take that bolt out. If you flip your bipod over on its head, then you can pull the back half off. Comes right off. And then down inside, there's a threaded nut in there. I would apply the Loctite inside the threads on that nut. Now the easiest way to do that is to actually take the mount off completely. So you're going to loosen your back set screw, loosen that up. You're going to remove your mount. This plug will come out, and behind the plug is a washer, a little brass washer, and a pronged nut. This nut will put a tiny little bit of Loctite inside the threads in here, blue Loctite, and then we'll put it back together. So the washer goes on, you put the nut back inside, replace the plug. When you replace the plug, then you can push on the back of the plug. That keeps the nut from turning. We can apply it back on. You twist until it drops in, pushes it together. Then you can hold the whole bipod together, replace the front tension screw or tension bolt, tighten it up, snug it up to the tension that you prefer, check it. I would put it back together all the way and put it on your rifle so that you can set your tension while the Loctite is wet, and then let it dry.
So if you have a heavier rifle, you want it to be a little bit tighter so the rifle doesn't fall over?
Correct, yes. I would say, obviously, I run about a 20-pound gun, so I like mine pretty tight. And then you can also at the same time set your tension on your pan so that it's the snugness that you would like for your rifle. Let everything cure, let all the Loctite cure, and then you should be ready to go.
So Sky, if I didn't want it to pan or to cant, is there a way to lock that out?
It probably won't lock completely out, but you can make it almost locked out by just tightening up the tensions tight. Just tighten them as tight as you want until you get the feel that you want. Everything needs maintenance, so you might as well go through your stuff and make sure it's up to snuff.
Yeah, just like most guys retorque all their action screws and their scopes to make sure everything's the same before
Yeah.
every match.
Yep.
So you want to make sure that your gear is clean and maintained and ready to go. So with a clean gun, it's easy to maintain. Adjustments are fast, simple, quick.